was younger, I used to be very, very ashamed of my hearing loss, and like I was probably the most insecure about it, like throughout my whole life when I was younger. Grady and I went to the same school until he was a freshman here, and I was still at Goochland in public school. But throughout the time that we were at school together, I went through a lot of bullying, and I had some nasty things said about my hearing impairment, which kind of like brought fuel to the fire of how ashamed I was of it. And he really like kind of came to my side when I needed it most. And like, even though we weren't always the closest, and like we weren't always like buddy, like there was always like the silent thing that like, you come and help me and I'll come and help you. I came to Trinity in 8th grade, and I remember telling my mom, I was like, I'm not telling anyone about this. Like, I will wait. I will only tell my closest friends, like, and my teachers. That's it. And then I remember I was talking to Miss Weiler one day, and she was like, "Why? Like, this is like the coolest thing. Like, this is like the coolest thing ever. Like, this is not something you should be ashamed of." And I had a whole conversation about it with her, and I realized like this is a big part of me. Like, this is something that I should not be ashamed of. Like, this is cool. Like, I can help so many other kids like have the same feeling that I did when I went to Camp Chat, and when I saw these, and when I had these conversations with other kids that had the same thing as me. So after that conversation with Ms. Weiler, I started telling people about it, and I started kind of advocating about what happened to me, and then advocating for just like it to be more like normalized, I guess. Every single time that like something happens like that I can do, like I want to do it, because it's like the feeling of somebody helping you when you're most vulnerable and when you need the most help, and you're not ashamed to say like, oh, I need help, like that I have gone through, like it's like overwhelmingly like awesome, like if I'm being honest. So every time that I can help, like I'm gonna help, because I know that feeling. Over the summer, we had Camp Chat, which I was a camper when I was younger. So it's a week-long program for children who are deaf and hard of hearing, or have like some sort of speech impediment. And it's just kind of activities like involving speech, and then we do activities. So like basically, it's like they're making Play-Doh, but like just the simplest things that we think of, like, oh, they're just playing with cars. Like, okay. It's not that simple. For us, it's like the complexity of like talking about what the cars are doing, like saying it right, just like getting the speech right is what we're doing. It's not just, oh, we're going to play with cars, oh, we're going to make Play-Doh. We're going to talk about what we're doing.